So this is how I'm going to start my YouTube channel. This, luckily for me, is how I live. This is where I live. Probably one of the most beautiful spots in Ontario, Canada. You would think, living here, I would be the happiest person in the world, because this is what I wake up to every day. But as goes everything else with life, things aren't always what they seem. And because of that, I am starting a YouTube channel. So, this will be my introductory video. It's going to be very raw, unedited, because I want everyone to see exactly what this hell that I've been living is like. I'll go into a little bit of background, try and make it short because it's pretty extensive. It spans probably over about 25 years. Unbeknownst to me, it spanned over that amount of time, but I just recently figured it all out. So, excuse me, I'm going to walk and talk at the same time. It's a beautiful fall day. Absolutely gorgeous out here. If you get any background noise, I apologize. I am out in the elements. There's wind, there's cars, maybe the odd person now and again. So, I am 53 years old. I'll be 54 in December. Thank God. Over the last 2.5, maybe closer to 3 years now, I had a very sudden, unexpected onset of menopause symptoms. I had been getting the random hot flash every now and again, maybe one every few months, over the course of a few years, I guess, before this all happened. The hot flashes were the first noticeable thing. The only way I can describe it is it literally felt like I was being cooked from the inside out. And they started off pretty slow. Eventually got to the point where I was having, on average, 14 an hour. That's a little excessive. Then came the night sweats. So I would wake up literally in a puddle. Then came the, for lack of a better word, I guess, depression. I was randomly sitting on my couch one night alone, and thought just popped into my head that I just don't want to be here anymore. And it would not go away. It was like an uncontrollable thought I had with the hot flashes and everything. It was like I had lost control of my thought process. So, after dealing with that for a few months and it not getting any better, I went to a walk-in clinic because, as most people know, in Canada, Ontario, I can't speak for all of Canada, I can only speak for Ontario, our medical system is severely lacking in every aspect, including a doctor shortage, which has been going on probably for about the last 30 years or so. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's peace right there. Anyway, So I went to a walk-in clinic just to get refills on scripts that I've been on for quite some time, and made a joke to him when he asked me if there was anything else I needed, if he knew, any miracle cures for hot flashes. Lo and behold, he did what every other doctor does and put me on an SNRI, which they've done studies. One particular one that I'm on, which is Effexor, was actually proven to help with hot flashes substantially, and actually better, so he claimed, than HRT. And I was dead set against HRT because of the information about breast cancer that had come out in 2003. That went okay for a while. The hot flashes were greatly reduced. I felt pretty good. That was actually before the depression started. Then when the depression started, I went back and had them increase the Effexor. Because, as I said, dead set against HRT, which hormone replacement therapy. The antidepressant is not working, obviously, because it's not a mental health issue, it's a hormone issue. Sorry if I seem to be a little scattered. That's part of the brain fog. We lose track of what we're saying, what we're doing very easily. So, the depression got to the point where I locked myself away for 4 days. Me and my husband were having some problems. I'm not going to go into that. But I ended up locking myself away for 4 days by myself. Lost 10 pounds in 4 days. Didn't eat, didn't drink. Basically had planned just to starve to death. If you want to call that a plan. Wasn't really a plan, it was just, I guess, maybe a thought. So, after that, that's when we upped the Effexor. And things got a little better for a while. Then it came back with a vengeance. I would have breakdowns, emotional breakdowns, just uncontrollable. I had no control over my emotions. When I had emotions, that is most of the time. I simply the Effexor just makes me feel numb. I don't really feel anything. Good, bad, or indifferent, really. Except I can feel anger, and I feel that very well. So I'm now on another increased dose of Effexor, and after doing some digging on the internet, finding some very good information from some very good sources, I have decided to bite the bullet and try HRT. So that'll be... the process has started. I have not actually started taking the medication yet, but I'm working on getting it. So that ball will definitely get rolling this week. The scope of why I say this has lasted so long, when I was about 29, 30 years old, I got very sick. I was... it started with a lot of headaches, a lot of migraines, a lot of lethargy. There was days where I couldn't get out of bed. I would just take a day off work randomly and stay in bed all day because I didn't have a choice in the matter. Those are the good old days when I could actually sleep. And then random things started happening where it got to the point where I literally couldn't walk. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't function. I was in a wheelchair for a while because I literally had no strength to walk or to the extent of my journey was to walk downstairs from my bedroom. There were times I had to crawl to the bathroom, which was right next to my bedroom. My husband would have to come home from working a 16-hour day and feed me because I didn't have the energy, or the strength, I should say, to feed myself. So this went on for a long time. Obviously, as I said, our medical system sucks. I see a picnic table over there. I think I'm going to go sit over there in the shade. So, over the course of probably about 10 years, well, no, maybe about 5 years, I guess, for that. Went to several doctors, was told several different things, had to go and see a shrink because, it was all in my head. Was told to go and get my hair done. Was told I was just a drug addict looking for drugs. Went to all over southern Ontario to doctor's appointments. Oh, that's better. And basically was given one diagnosis of chronic fatigue image dysfunction syndrome by one doctor who wanted to then inject me with Botox. And obviously I said no. And I finally found a doctor in Toronto who diagnosed me with myofascial pain syndrome and started me on a regimen of 26 different medications, including morphine, which I was on for 10 years, THC spray. They even had me at one point on the date rape drug to help me sleep. I took Lyrica, I've taken gabapentin, nortriptyline, amitriptyline, you name it, anything for chronic pain that they could possibly give me, I took. Nothing worked. The only thing that did work for about maybe a 2-week time span was Mirapex, and that was when it first came out. And then I took Mirapex for years for restless leg syndrome because it works great for that. So I basically have existed for the last 25 years thinking I had a form of fibromyalgia and I would be in pain for the rest of my life. Since all of this menopause journey started, thanks to a fellow Canadian that I found on YouTube, her name is Carrie Wright, and I'm going to link her YouTube channel below. She also has a Facebook support group, which has a wonderful group of ladies that are all very supportive. We range in ages. I mean, the age range is probably off the spectrum. And we're basically just there to provide information and support for each other because you can't find it anywhere else. So Carrie had this one video, and it was 100 Symptoms of Menopause. And I watched the video the first time, and as I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, yep. Oh, no, there's one I don't have. Yep. Oh, no, there's another one I don't have. And I eventually lost track. So I reviewed the video again, I wrote them all down, and then I circled the ones I have and have had over the last 25 or so years. Out of the 100, I have 77. After doing some more research, I've since found out that because early menopause or perimenopause is or does have a genetic component to it as to when you start it. All my family started pretty early. What I was initially going through, and I was tested for absolutely everything except hormones. I've since discovered, chances are, I was in perimenopause the entire time. So, I'm a little angry now because I went through all that hell for nothing. There's parts of my body now that are destroyed from the medications, especially the morphine. It damaged my kidneys quite a bit. Not to mention whatever it did to my head, as I have lesions in my brain now. But oh, there's a squirrel gathering for the winter. Hey, buddy. Sorry, like I said, easily distracted. Shiny things, menopause, wonderful. Oh, you gonna come over here and say hello? No? All right. So, anyway, I've, I guess in the last maybe couple of years, taken it upon myself to try everything and anything to help myself, I guess. So I've done a lot of research, especially menopause research. I've done a lot of soul searching. I've done a lot of being angry, I guess. Our medical community, in a way I want to blame them entirely, but in a way I can't, because since I've been doing research, I also found another wonderful source, Mary Claire Haver. I'll put her link in the bottom too. She's wrote books. She's done all kinds of things about menopause, and it's been like absolutely fantastic. So, since finding out all of that information, like I said, I'm going to try HRT. The last couple of years, I have been using cannabis, primarily to help me with sleep, because I do not sleep. I think I've recently found something that may help me, and that is meditation. I actually have put a set of headphones on, sit up, prop myself up on my couch, and listen to meditations and fall asleep. Thankfully, my husband and my son just leave me alone when I do that, because they know I don't sleep otherwise. But the whole reason I started this, and I wanted to start this channel, is because I had no idea what menopause was. None. Nobody talks about it. Nobody warns the younger generation to say, hey, look, this is what could happen. We all share pregnancy stories and birth stories and, stuff like that, but we don't share menopause. And that's wrong. It's a natural part of life. We're all going to go through it. Not everybody's going to have a baby. We really need to talk about this, because women are dying because they're desperate. Women are committing suicide. Women are leaving marriages that, granted, maybe they need to be left, but some of them, I'm sure, are just leaving because they're fed up and they think it's their spouse. They think it's, environmental factors, whatever. And it's not. It's their hormones. Hormones affect every part of your body. There's not a system in your body that is not affected by the lack of hormone. So that's the main reason I wanted to start this, is I want people who are younger than me, and I know a lot, including my own daughter, to understand what can happen. And so you're prepared. You're not, I can't even think of the word. That's another part. I really hate this. I really do. Menopause sucks. In every sense of the word. It sucks. Sideswiped, maybe? Is that a word? Good word? Because I definitely was. I thought menopause was, your period stops, you get a couple hot flashes, and boom, you're done. That's it. And there's so much more to it. So much more. So this channel is going to be unedited. Me. That's it. You're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly. Today, close to the ugly. Look, I don't have makeup on. My hair is not done. This is me probably on most days now. Because I just don't have the energy to do anything about it. And I no longer have the energy to pretend that I'm okay. Because that's exhausting. It really is. And you know what? I feel weak. Emotionally, because I feel like I'm out of control. But at the same time, I feel strong. I don't know if that makes any sense. Strong maybe because I'm talking about it. And I hope if this can help one person who's getting close to menopause or perimenopause, or has a friend that has suddenly changed and is suddenly becoming more of an introvert and behaving erratically and stuff like that, maybe take a look, and it could be menopause, it could be perimenopause, it could be a lot of other things too, but we need to look out for each other. We need to inform each other. We need to let each other know that it's okay not to be okay. And if more of us do that, maybe the medical community will finally step up and put money into research and help. Because right now they're not helping. Most women that go into a doctor with menopause symptoms are given an antidepressant. And that's not the answer. Antidepressants don't work. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at other things to try even now to get off these damn pills, because I'm sick and tired of the headaches. And there's so many contraindications with antidepressants that what they're supposed to be treating you for is the side effects. Like insomnia. It's supposed to, if you're not depressed and you're supposed to be able to sleep. One of the side effects of antidepressants is insomnia. I already have insomnia from menopause. So why are you giving me something that's going to give me a side effect that's the same thing that I'm suffering from? If you ask me at any point during the day what I want to do, that's what I want to do, is I want to sleep. That's all I want to do, is sleep. Because I don't sleep. And I'm perpetually exhausted. And It's not just the physical exhaustion either, it's the mental exhaustion too, because you get tired of fighting after a while. You're just like, okay, pardon my expression, but fuck it, I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. And that's at the point I'm at now. So rather than throwing in the towel and giving up, which I'm really good at, I'm going to fight back. And I'm going to fight back the best way I know how. And that's by being loud. Because if anybody knows me, I'm loud. And I can get even louder. So, in a nutshell, that's what this channel is going to be. So, the days that I'm having really bad days, I'm going to push myself to videotape some of it. Because you need to see it. Days that I'm having really good days, I'm going to videotape it. Because you need to see it. It's not all bad. Not every day is bad. But you need to see it. So with that, I'm going to sign off. And I'm going to go and upload this before I change my mind. Because, again, for anybody that knows me, I hate cameras. I hate video cameras. But I'm biting the bullet and hoping and praying that I can help at least one person. That's all. Just one person. With that, have a great day. Stay informed. Fight. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And if you need to, reach out. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I don't care about the money. I don't care about like how many subscribers I get. What I want is subscribers that need the camaraderie that or can help, have already been through it, and can help those of us that are just going through it now. So that's it. If I get 5 subscribers, that's great. If I get 1 subscriber, that's great. But reach out if you need help. And with that, we'll see you soon.